Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose, and today I'm going to share a quick flip through with you of my bullet journal pages from March and my April setup. So the cover that I'm using is a personalised cover from Start Bay Notebooks. It says Journal with Purpose on it. I've got my dashboard card in there from Powder World, and the notebook that I'm using is a Rhodia Gold book, and as always I'll leave any of the products that I mentioned in the description box down below. So these were my March pages, and I used the printables from my latest Patreon printable bundle. And here is my calendar for the month. And I always put in here just things that have happened that day. So if I've had a YouTube video release or different things that I've been working on. The stock of my new book arrived, very exciting. So then signing and packing up books. So I always just have a really good overview there of what I've been doing each day of the month. Here is my main tasks for the month for March. It's been a really good month so far. I've been able to get most of the things done that I wanted to. And then right at the end of the month, I'll fill out my social media numbers and do a quick review. And this is my master task list for the month. So JWP is Journal with Purpose. So anything that I'm doing for that, so things like YouTube videos, Patreon journal prompts and tutorials, newsletters I want to send out, anybody that I need to pay is all there. Social media, I make a note of any journal pages I've completed that I want to photograph and share. And then any bits for my HR work and for home or for me. And this is my gratitude log for the month. I've just got a little bit of space left for me to fill out the last couple of days of the month. And then here I've got my habit tracker for the month. And the washi tapes that I'm using are from London Gifties. So that's my Be Proud pages, which if you've watched my other bullet journal videos, you'd have heard me talk about, where I try and offer myself some praise every evening, and I write down at least one line a day. So they could be really big things like the new book launch, but it could be just things like got all the wash loads done, changed the sheets, anything where I just want to recognise that I've managed to get some bits done. And then my one line a day is more of a summary of anything that's been going on. So on my calendar, I'll put kind of more work related tasks or things that have actually happened. But with some things like this, I'll be writing down thoughtful, takeaway, feeling organised, tired. So it's more of a personal kind of reflection of that month. That's my YouTube and blog plan for the month, so when I've filmed, edited and released things. And on my blog, I haven't done as much as I'd have hoped this month. I've done, I think, one blog post and also a free mood tracker. And this was my mood tracker from the previous month, so I've just got the last 3 days to colour in. And that's my Patreon schedule. So I draw out the calendar and then I make a note of what I've shared on the different days or what I'm hoping to share, along with my numbers of the beginning of the month and at the end. And also here I have a box for content to share. So that's things that I know I want to share, or perhaps requests that I've had from people for me to include in the videos. And my pages have changed slightly throughout the course of the month. So this is how it started off, with my events and tasks here, and then just free flow daily pages behind there. And I was still the same in the second week of March. And then I realised one of the things that I was really missing was having a box for the next week, because quite often things will come in throughout the course of the week I know I'm not going to have a chance to get to, and I like to put them there so I know that I'm not going to forget them. And also I like to know things that are coming up the next week so that I can bear them in mind with any new work that I accept and take on. And that washi tape was from London Gifties, and then I just painted some roses with gold splashes to tie in at the bottom. And then again my free flow pages. So now I'm sticking to this layout, which is what I used to do, but I then looked for a slightly quicker way to set things up, but I'm back to this again now. And so I've got an extra column for meals, so breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks, and then habits that I want to keep an eye on throughout the week. So I've got a W for water, PD for personal development, C for creative and E for exercise. And then with my tasks last week, in fact, they ended up going over onto another page, which is fine because I've got as much space as I want for those. And these stickers came from Powder World, the same place as the dashboard at the front of my journal. So that was the end of March pages, because I've put the very last week into my April setup because I knew that more of the days fell into April. So again, these were from my most recent printable bundle over on Patreon. My calendar for the month, which doesn't have too much of it, too much detail in there at the moment, but each day I'll just record a few things on there. And things like my main tasks, a lot of those I'll fill out once I get right to the end of March and I know what projects I need to carry forwards. The same with my master task list. So that's my gratitude and habit trackers, and the lines I've been completing with a Tombow ABT brush pen. And that's the free mood tracker that's available on my blog, which is journalwithpurpose.co.uk. So again, you could print that off if you wanted to use it in your journal. My Patreon schedule. And then this is this week, so I've got all of my layout set out for the week, and then followed by my tasks so far. So I really hope you've enjoyed seeing my bullet journal setup from March and April. If you've got any questions or comments, then as always, please do leave them down below. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's supporting me over on Patreon. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.